Hey guys, my name is Colin and this is Colin Talks Crypto. I had to make a video. It has been a while. We just broke out new all-time highs, not even just by a little bit. We're talking like decisive day after day, breaking through new all-time highs. Today we reached $88,000 per Bitcoin. How could I not make a video? And just give you a quick overview of what I'm looking at. I have really so many ideas of things I could share with you guys, and I'll have to pace myself and drop them video by video. First of all, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for being early. We just got through the most effing difficult last 3 years imaginable. We had to recover from a brutal bear market, and our altcoins have been just getting devastated, like dropping in value versus Bitcoin, dropping in value versus Bitcoin, endlessly, even dropping value in US dollars for a long time. That has just started to revert. And the USD values have been going up for a little while. And I think that we are very close to seeing the end of the bleed against Bitcoin, alts priced in Bitcoin. And I think that in the next month or so, anywhere between today and a month from now, will be the prime time to flip Bitcoin into alts if you want to take that gamble. It's a speculative gamble, admittedly, not for the faint of heart. So anyways, guys, this is just a very off the cuff kind of like, hello, I'm still around. I've been waiting with you, and congratulations for being here. Because a lot of the market, honestly, lacks the bravery to enter before the all-time high is broken. And you can tell that because once the all-time high has been broken, like it was yesterday, I think, or the day before, the market starts piling in. Retail money starts piling in. And why did they wait? Someone asked that very good question today. And honestly, they wait because they're cowards and because they're waiting for less risk, and they're going to get less reward because of it. That's the nature of the game. More risk, more reward, often. Less risk, less reward. And a lot of people don't have the conviction that maybe some of us have, like I have, about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, altcoins in general, their growth that we are going to see. Like I am convicted that we are going to see massive, massive growth for Bitcoin in the long term, for altcoins on a per cycle basis, with them bleeding against Bitcoin gradually over time as their typical behavior. I have learned a lot about crypto and Bitcoin through the various bull runs that I have been a part of. Honestly, I think I'm on my 4th bull run at this point, maybe even the 5th bull run if you count the 2013 bull runs as 2 separate runs. But let's count that as one. I think generally speaking, people consider that one bull run. It went to $255 per Bitcoin first, and then it corrected for a long while. And then it went to $1,150. Let's consider that one bull run. Then I watched it go to 20,000. Then I watched it go to 69,000. And here we are, 88,000. So this is my 4th bull run. I have learned so much. I cannot even express in words how much I have learned over the past 10 years, 11 years being in the crypto space. Every bull run has taught me new lessons, new and painful lessons. And I wish that I had the knowledge I have now back when I started, because I would approach the game so different. And I'd probably come out a lot better. But at least I'm still here. That's not everyone's story. I'm still here. I'm still here fighting the good fight. I still have a bag. That's something. I'm grateful for what I've got. I'm appreciative. And I have learned so much. And I want to share that with you guys. And I think I will start dropping a series of videos when time permits. I don't do this for monetary reasons. I make almost nothing on YouTube ads. Honestly, I should probably just turn them off. They make me nothing. And so I volunteer my time when I make these videos to share my knowledge with you guys. And I have no obligation to do so. I just do it because I enjoy talking about crypto. I think my name is very aptly picked. for that reason. I love cryptocurrency. I love Bitcoin. I love the whole space. I love you guys. I love interacting and sharing with you and learning from you because I've learned so much. There's so much to learn. So as you can see, I'm just kind of off the cuff on this video. I have no particular script or agenda. I'm just kind of saying, hey guys, we did it. We are here. We made it through the all-time high. That all-time high is a big deal. I don't think most people realize how big of a deal that is. That all-time high being broken, the $69,000 to $72,000 range for Bitcoin, is a huge deal, huge for various reasons. But on a technical analysis basis, the amount of resistance that served and was finally broken through now flips as support. So first of all, that can be a great stop loss. If the price, for some reason, the economy tanks, the Bitcoin price goes below that base of 69 to 72,000, that's a enormous red flag. That base is so strong that there's a very low odds that it will get broken through unless something is very, very wrong in the economy. And that's probably a video for another day. As you know, I am medium-term bearish on the economy. I think that there's a very large crash coming, but right now I'm focused on the bull run because what the Bitcoin charts and the cryptocurrency charts are showing me is that we have some big moves up first. And it could only take 3 months, 6 months, and you can have a double or more in price. So you don't want to miss that boat. You do not want to miss that bandwagon. I certainly don't. And the other reason, there's a lot of reasons, but that $69,000 to $72,000 base forms a giant inverted head and shoulders pattern. Also a giant cup and handle pattern, both of which, I've charted this before, have a minimum, keyword minimum target of about $130,000 per Bitcoin. It could go to 200,000, could go to 300,000. I don't know. I don't know exactly where it's going to end up. I don't think anyone knows where it's going to end up. And if they tell you that, they're guessing, just like I'm guessing. But with technical analysis, we do have some probabilities that tell us that the price is very likely, not guaranteed, very likely to go to at least $130,000. And that is going to happen very quickly, in my opinion. Another thing that's very interesting is that if you look at the past times the all-time high has been breached, and I've shared some charts about this recently. I'll put one on the screen here. There's a sort of like minimum number of monthly green candles that just form. Because again, the momentum of the breakout of this tremendous resistance level turned support level, let's call it 72K, over a period of 3 years it took, and 7 months recently just bouncing up and testing it and testing it, testing it and testing it some more, and finally breaking through. That amount of pent-up energy, let's call it pent-up energy, is tremendous. And that's like releasing a beach ball under the water and letting it just explode up into the air. That's what's going on right now. That's why the price is moving so quickly. And you have a lot of people, like I said at the beginning, who are, frankly, I guess this is not a nice way to say it, but they're cowards, or they're not very brave investors, and they wait for confirmation before they invest in something that honestly shouldn't require any kind of confirmation. I mean, if you understand Bitcoin and what it's really doing, then you get it. Like, you understand that you want to buy earlier than waiting for some kind of breakout confirmation because it's truly transformative technology. But for the guys who don't get it, they just look at the chart and they go, oh, I want to wait until it actually breaks out because I don't feel comfortable. What if it goes down from here? Well, okay, they have less returns. So the 72K base is just tremendously, tremendously powerful. And in the past, there's been a minimum of like 5 monthly candles. I think it's like 6 monthly candles in some cases. I would expect no less than 3 monthly candles, solid green, massive gains from this point forward. If you look at that chart, I would say 3 is a minimum. It could be 5 monthly candles. It could go November, massive green monthly candle, December, January, February, March. Those could all be massive green monthly candles, but I would say at least minimum. And I say that as a way to preserve our capital and to not pull the sell trigger too early, because we have waited so long and it's been such a painful wait that in a psychological sense, it's easy to get excited really intensely and be like, oh my gosh, we're at almost $90,000 and it happened in 2 days. I better sell some and take some off the table. There's a strong inkling to take some profits for some people. I would argue that's probably not a good strategy. And I think, again, because of the magnitude of the pent-up energy, you don't want to be selling your Bitcoin early. And we are so early. I mean, we're just days into what, again, I'm calling a minimum of 3+ months of solid green candle monthly pumping. So I do that to put that in perspective and sort of like as a safeguard against my own like psychological tendency to want to like take profits or, get too bullish or something like that. Just look at the history, look at the metrics, and that's what it tells us. It tells us $130,000 minimum target, 3 monthly candles minimum. These are minimums. These are just to protect ourselves. And then we'll go from there. And then I have a whole slew of metrics. I have so many metrics, guys. I have it all saved. I have, of course, the CBBI, 9 historically accurate Bitcoin bull run metrics aggregated into a single index. And you can find that at CBBI.info. That's Kamil Manich's and my website. And I created this index years ago. And so I'm going to be using that as one of the things I look at. I'm going to look at the Coinbase app ranking. I'm going to look at the Google search trends. I have a bunch more stuff I'm looking at. And I'm going to look at all of it to determine when I feel like we're getting closer to the top. And that's when I will begin to take some profits purely for the purpose of ending up with more Bitcoin, not because I want dirty fiat. Okay, guys, maybe I should leave the video here. That's just a kind of a teaser, kind of get you pumped up. I'm going to get into some of those indicators and some of those metrics, and we're going to start doing analyses that show us like how close are we to the top or how far are we for the top. Really, that's the reality check, is right now we're pretty far from the top, and I want to show that as well. It's been a rough 3 years. I'm sure that any of you who are here right now that have just been waiting and riding through it with me, you've experienced the same thing. It's been pretty emotionally difficult. I'll just speak for myself. It's been difficult, really difficult, because just watching your portfolio bleed and not being at the levels where you've seen it before in previous bull runs. It's very difficult because you have that number in your head. You're like, well, I was at X dollars, 3 years ago, and now I'm at like 1/4. This is like maybe 3 months ago or 6 months ago or a year ago. I'm at 1/4 of what it was or 1/10 of what it was, some ridiculous low figure. And it's pretty psychologically demoralizing. It just hurts, to feel like you lost that much capital. Well, it's all coming around full circle, guys, and the future is very bright. So if you've been with me this whole time, then I understand what you've been through because I've been through it myself. We will ride this together, and to the glory ahead, man. There is such a bright future for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I'm going to also talk in future videos about how I see this kind of correlating to this economic crash that's kind of bubbling under the surface. And I haven't forgotten about that. I'm just playing what I see in front of me in terms of the Bitcoin charts as sort of like the priority, because you can't really guess exactly when something like a black swan is going to happen. You just can't. And to spend your whole life trying to guess it and time that thing that you don't even know exactly when it's going to happen is a fool's errand, and you'll probably end up losing a lot of money. But I think that we can roughly gauge that there's something brewing, and if nothing else, it kind of gives us the urgency to take profits when the charts reasonably show it's time to do so, and not dawdle too much and not miss the opportunity, knowing that, there could be a tremendous buying opportunity around the corner also when this bull run finishes. Okay, guys, have a great day.